Lettuce varieties provide vitamins A and K, folate, fiber, and hydration with minimal calories. It's the foundation of countless salads and appears on sandwiches, burgers, and tacos. This ubiquity makes contamination patterns important to understand. Lettuce grows close to ground with large leaf surface area directly exposed to pesticide applications, and it's typically eaten raw with no cooking to reduce residues. Different lettuce types show varied contamination levels. Iceberg lettuce grows in tight heads with outer leaves potentially protecting inner ones. Romaine has more open structure with all leaves exposed. Butterhead and red leaf lettuces present different architectural challenges. Each structure affects how pesticides deposit on leaves and how effectively washing removes them. Bagged pre-washed lettuce raises interesting questions. Commercial washing processes use substantial water and sometimes sanitizing agents to remove dirt and reduce microbial contamination. This washing might also reduce pesticide residues compared to unwashed whole heads. But questions arise about wash water contamination and potential cross-contamination between batches. Hydroponic and greenhouse lettuce offer potential contamination advantages. Controlled environments allow targeted pest management, sometimes reducing broad-spectrum pesticide needs. Hydroponic systems eliminate soil-based contamination. But greenhouses aren't pesticide-free environments. They might use different chemicals or different application methods than field cultivation. Recent E. coli outbreaks linked to romaine lettuce highlight that chemical pesticides aren't the only contamination concern. Bacterial contamination from irrigation water, soil amendments, or handling presents serious health risks. This creates a complex safety landscape where both chemical and biological contaminants require attention. Growing methods vary dramatically. Field lettuce grown in California or Arizona faces different conditions than greenhouse lettuce grown in vertical farms. Organic field lettuce eliminates synthetic pesticides, but might have higher bacterial contamination risk if organic fertilizers aren't properly managed. Conventional lettuce might have lower bacterial risk, but higher chemical residues. Washing protocol efficacy specifically for lettuce structures matters. Leafy lettuce washes differently than tight heads. Individual leaf separation and washing removes more contamination than quick rinsing. Spinning dry after washing helps. But even thorough washing doesn't eliminate all residues, particularly on crinkled or ruffled varieties. Pre-washed versus whole head comparisons from both contamination and nutrition perspectives show trade-offs. Pre-washed lettuce offers convenience and possibly lower pesticide residues due to commercial washing. But it's more expensive, generates more packaging waste, and may have lower nutrient retention due to processing and time since harvest. Outer versus inner leaf contamination gradients matter with head lettuces. Outer leaves receive direct pesticide spray. Inner leaves get some protection from outer layers. If you're using conventional head lettuce, discarding outer leaves removes some contamination. They are also throwing away edible food. Organic versus conventional decision frameworks should consider lettuce type and intended use. If lettuce is garnish, a few shreds on a taco, conventional might be acceptable. If lettuce is the main ingredient in a large daily salad, organic makes more sense. The quantity consumed affects total exposure, making high-volume uses priorities for organic purchasing. Substitution grains like spinach, arugula, or mixed spring greens provide variety and potentially different contamination patterns. But many of these alternatives face their own pesticide concerns. Rotating grains rather than eating the same lettuce daily reduces cumulative exposure to any single chemical pattern. Seasonal sourcing guides identify lower-risk periods. Local lettuce during peak growing season might have lower pesticide needs than lettuce shipped across continents. Understanding where your lettuce comes from and when it was grown helps assess relative risk. Lettuce isn't particularly nutrient-dense compared to dark leafy greens like kale or spinach. Iceberg lettuce provides mostly water and crunch with modest vitamins. This makes contamination concerns relatively more important. When a food offers exceptional nutrition, you might tolerate higher risk. But lettuce's moderate nutritional value doesn't justify high pesticide exposure. The raw consumption factor can't be overstated. Many contaminated vegetables get cooked, which may reduce some residues. Lettuce gets eaten raw, meaning whatever's on the leaves goes directly into your system. This direct exposure pathway argues for organic lettuce, particularly for varieties consumed in large quantities.